The bell rings, the crowd leans forward. A punch is thrown, a loud gasp follows. The fight is over and it's only been a few seconds. That's the magic of a lightning-fast knockout. In the world of fighting, nothing grabs attention like a knockout. It's dramatic, it's loud, and it's final. But there's something even more exciting than a regular knockout, a fast one. These knockouts happen so quickly that if you blink, you miss everything. Fast knockouts aren't just about strength, they're about timing, precision, and reacting in a split second. Fighters train for months just to land one perfect move, and when they do, it's unforgettable. Let's take a journey through 10 of the fastest knockouts in fighting history. Evergreen examples that continue to be studied and replayed over and over again. These finishes didn't just end fights, they shocked the world. The flying knee that ended it all. One of the most famous fast knockouts ever came from Jorge Masvidal when he faced Ben Askren. As soon as the fight started, Masvidal sprinted across the cage and launched a flying knee. Askren ducked for a takedown and ran straight into Masvidal's knee. It was over in 5 seconds. The crowd erupted. The commentators screamed. It was one of the boldest moves ever attempted, and it worked perfectly. Speed plus confidence can create pure magic. The one-punch ender. In another fast finish, Terrence McKinney knocked out Matt Frevola in just 7 seconds. The fight started with both men coming forward, but McKinney's first punch was sharp and explosive. He dropped Frevola immediately, followed up with a couple of punches, and the referee jumped in. The fight lasted less than the time it takes to tie your shoes. One perfect shot is all it takes to change everything. The flash kick finish. In some fights, a head kick ends things before the clock even ticks to 10. Chan Sung-jung, also known as the Korean Zombie, showed just how deadly speed and accuracy can be. When he faced Mark Hominick, he needed only 7 seconds. The fight began, Hominick stepped in, and Jung landed a clean punch that sent him crashing to the canvas. The kick wasn't needed after all. Kicks and punches can shut down a fight instantly. The spin and win. Spinning moves are hard to land, but when they connect, they end fights in a flash. Imagine a fighter faking with one side, spinning like a tornado, and landing a back fist or spinning elbow to the jaw. That's the kind of creative violence fans remember. Even though this list doesn't feature a name spinning back fist KO, fighters like Edson Barboza and others have shown how fast and effective these moves can be when used at the start. Unpredictable moves, when done right, can end fights faster than anyone expects. The low kick that led to a surprise. Sometimes the fastest finishes come from sneaky setups. In one fight, a simple low kick made the opponent hesitate. That moment of pause was all it took. The striker threw a sudden uppercut and it landed perfectly. It wasn't flashy, but it was fast. Fighters like Leon Edwards have ended fights early with unexpected combinations, showing that even a pause can be deadly. Setups matter, even a low kick can lead to a fast knockout. The slam that shook the ground. Not every fast finish comes from a punch or kick. Don Frye's legendary slam at UFC 8 against Thomas Ramirez is still talked about decades later. Frye rushed in, grabbed Ramirez, and slammed him to the mat. In just 8 seconds, it was over. The slam wasn't just quick, it was brutal and controlled. Power and timing aren't just for strikers. Grapplers can end things quickly too. The calm counter. In another quick fight, Makwan Amirkhani faced Andy Ogle. When the match started, Ogle stepped forward, trying to pressure Amirkhani. But Amirkhani stayed calm. He waited, countered, and threw a flying knee followed by punches. The referee stopped the fight just 8 seconds in. It was sharp, patient, and perfectly timed. Patience and perfect timing can beat wild aggression any day. The elbow. That changed everything. Elbows are powerful short-range weapons. Though not featured in the official list of fastest knockouts, elbows have ended many fights quickly in the past. Some fighters throw elbows off the first clinch or exchange, ending fights before fans realize what's happening. A clean elbow to the chin or temple delivered in close range can shut off the lights just as fast as a spinning kick. Small moves can have a big impact when delivered with speed. The uppercut off the bell. In one of the fastest fights on record, Todd Duffy faced Tim Hague. Duffy came out like a rocket. Right after the bell rang, he landed a stiff jab and followed it with a crushing uppercut. Hague dropped instantly. The fight lasted just 7 seconds. Duffy didn't waste time. He didn't hesitate. He started strong and ended stronger. Some fighters are born to explode from the start. The takedown turn submission. Most fast finishes are knockouts, but some come from slick submissions. Imagine a fighter like Makwan Amirkhani or others with a grappling base diving for a takedown right away. Within seconds, they lock in a choke and force their opponent to tap. Though submission wins don't always get headlines, a 10-second chokeout is just as stunning as a knockout. Speed and control on the ground can end a fight just as quickly as a strike. Submissions can be just as fast and just as final. Why these knockouts are timeless. What makes these knockouts so special isn't just how fast they were, it's that they were planned, practiced, and delivered with perfect timing. None of these moments were lucky. Each one came from years of training, deep focus, and quick thinking. That's why these finishes are still talked about, even years later. Whether it's a flying knee, a sharp punch, or a tricky submission, speedy finishes will always be remembered. They make people jump out of their seats. They show what happens when perfect skill meets perfect timing. And best of all, they'll never stop being fun to watch. These fights teach more than just fighting technique. They offer powerful life lessons. Be ready from the start. Whether it's a fight, a test, or a new job, don't wait to take action. Move with purpose from the very beginning. Timing is everything. You don't need to move first. You need to move at the right time. Stay focused. 1 second of focus can lead to a big success. Simple can be powerful. Not all wins come from big, wild moves. Sometimes the simplest technique wins the day. Be confident in your preparation. These fighters didn't hope for fast wins. They trained for them. The fastest knockouts in fighting history aren't just records. They're lessons in speed, focus, and belief. They remind us that everything can change in a second, that a whole fight or a whole day can shift with one action. That's what makes them unforgettable. These moments aren't tied to one time, one place, or one fighter. They're evergreen examples of what humans can do when they're ready, sharp, and unshaken. So the next time you're watching a fight, don't look down, don't blink, because the fastest knockout ever might be just 1 second away.